Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Pisces, Sun, Moon or Rising. And Pisces, this is your weekly intuitive tarot reading for February 24th to March the 1st. This week we have the Unbound Oracle card. We have the Two of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Temperance, the Star, Seven of Wands and Death. Interesting reading here, Pisces. We have a clear theme of going from instability to stability. We have an ending, something coming to pass. We have a double whack of healing here for you, or restoring, recalibrating, getting your life back in order, because I feel like somebody's about to come in, so you need to be in the right place. Quite an exciting reading. So before we go to the tarot, let's go to the Oracle card, Unbound. For releasing soul patterns, contracts and past lives. It's time to release old soul stories that are coming up to be healed. There has never been a safer time to clear these patterns than right now. Take a look at patterns in your life that you are ready to release. Ancient vows and contracts that your soul made that have an expiry date. It could be a vow of silence or chastity or poverty. It is time to unwind from them. This is the life in which you free yourself from trauma of past lives. What ways of being have an expiry date? When you name them, you claim them, and they stop holding power over you. When you acknowledge these old patterns, it is also important to acknowledge how they have served you up until now. For example, a soul pattern of playing small, caused by a soul fear of being seen or sharing your voice, would have served you by keeping you safe. In order to grow, you now need to soften by receiving and calling in support. Wow, that's very, very interesting and definitely goes with the cards here, guys. So, I guess it's time to ask yourself, what are your past patterns or soul patterns or experiences with people that have kept you small, have kept you unstable, have kept you feeling disconnected? Because that's what these two cards in the recent past really say. Now, it can be obviously different for everybody. It's a general reading. But some of these patterns are, handed down through generations from our parents, because they're just, following the template that of what their parents handed down to them, how they were communicated to, how they were raised, how they loved, all of those sorts of things. And we take it on and we bring it down the generational line. And then we repeat it in our own relationships, or the way we operate in business, in the workplace, that kind of thing. So, it's time to release something. We've got the Death card here, so there is something that's coming to pass. And I would say, the place to look, if you maybe don't know what this is the things that have made you feel unstable. The Two of Pentacles is a card of instability. It can be a pattern of being really indecisive, maybe not knowing what you want for your life. It can be attracting people that make us feel unstable. Maybe we attract people in a romantic sense that can't commit to us, so we never feel grounded with them. We never have 2 feet on the ground. We never know where we stand with them. It can be that. It might be in the workplace, attracting situations or jobs that constantly come to an end. We're constantly being let go. We can't find that stability, that security. It's that kind of pattern. For some of us, it might be with our homes. We might be renting, but we always seeking out that pattern unconsciously or subconsciously of maybe needing to move around a lot, or we just get settled and then something happens and we're on the move again, because maybe there's a belief that we don't deserve to have a fixed abode, to have a home. So that's what I'm seeing there with the Two of Pentacles. And obviously over time, that instability can make us feel like we're riding that emotional roller coaster. And it's no way to really be long term. We really want those, we want balance in our lives. We want that temperance balance. Look, we'll come to temperance, but there's two characters here, one that's really out of balance and one that is working all the time on that internal alchemy to become stable. So we're moving from instability to stability this week. And that Seven of Wands, that is that card of honestly feeling like you've got to keep on defending yourself, or meet life with resilience and persistence all the time. So, maybe that's how life has felt for you. Always got the balls up in the air, always juggling, always beating off things, For the Seven of Wands, for me, is often the inner demon or phantom card. We can't see who's holding these wands, but they keep coming up. Maybe it's the fears, the inner demons, the past memories that keep coming to get us, and we feel like we always need to be in warrior mode, always need to be looking over our shoulder, always need to be fighting. But there's time for the struggle to be over, and we can see that in the cards this week, Pisces, because there's nothing more sure than the death card, nothing more sure than this cycle of death and rebirth. And to get to the rebirth that we so strongly see in this reading, something needs to be let go. There is a past belief or pattern, relationship, job, commitment, friendship, that is just not working and is not serving you. So the death energy comes in to clear the slate for you so that you can now, plant new crops to harvest in the future. Death is also the card of transformation. We see the sense of alchemy in Temperance and in the Star as well. This is going to be a personal transformation for you to really get yourself on the track to your best life. There is a new dawn, a new day on that horizon for you. So we must surrender to this energy and be ready and willing to release what's ready to be released before we get to, a Tower moment or a Ten of Swords energy ending. The Death card is still strong, but not as much hurt and grief and pain as those energies, because the idea is we're releasing them when it's the natural timing. Death is the natural cycle of death and rebirth, and if we keep on holding on, that's when it escalates and we can get to a more chaotic or tumultuous ending, one that maybe our energy has been taken and that kind of thing. That's why we surrender. That is the key to it. Be like the child that just looks death in the eye and welcomes it and says, well, bring it on, because I know you're clearing the slate for something great to come in later on. Not the adult that goes, oh, death means change, and change is fear of the unknown, and she's fainting away from it. But it is time. Divine timing is here. We have elements of divinity all through this reading, and it's saying that, this has held you back for too long, maybe for generations, so it's time to release. And coming into, those current or near future energies, look at the healing energy here. Now, the Star energy follows on from the Tower in the Major Arcana, and Temperance follows on from Death. So what this says to me is, no matter what level of ending you are going through, the appropriate level of healing, rebalancing, renewal, recalibration is here for you. Both of these cards are strong divine guidance, and it says that, after this, all you need to do is follow that light, make a wish on the star, because you're heading somewhere so far greater. Both about rebalancing the emotional waters of life that obviously have been out of balance or unstable for a period of time. Again, this repeated themes all through, guys. The new dawn, the new day on the horizon that wants to rise for you. And this says the more you do the inner work, the internal alchemy, and you balance yourself, then the path forward and out of that mode is revealed. But it's when you've done the healing work. It's about coming into a place of ultimate stability. The triangle here, equilateral triangle, the most stable structure in physics and mathematics. For me, those sides represent the physical, mental, and emotional well-being. And if we balance all of those, that's when we reach our highest sense of health and well-being, like this angel here. So it really is about going through a complete rebirth. This is definitely a rebirth this week for a lot of you. You're going to be totally reborn out of this situation. The Star, exactly the same, talks about rebalancing your energy. Little white stars here are said to link to the chakras. Might be a good time to have energy healing, massage. If those aren't available to you or financially affordable, could be walks in nature, nurturing yourself with good food, that kind of thing. And yeah, I think a lot of you might feel quite stripped back, bare, naked, vulnerable after releasing this. It could be that the situation you're releasing really defined you, defined your sense of self. Jobs do that for us. Romances do that for us. Sometimes when we leave a partner, our whole friendship group changes, and that can feel like we're now in that wide open space by ourselves, navigating through life alone. But it won't be for long, Pisces. There is people coming in for you, and it's going to be beautiful. So, make those wishes on the Star, because they will be heard this week. This is really divine healing to get yourself into the right position. I think this is a double whammy of healing. It's a bit of a fast track, because There's someone coming in for you, and the universe wants you to be in the right place when that happens. The Knight of Cups is an offer of love, an emotional offer. Can be an apology, but I'm definitely feeling more of a new beginning here with somebody who really sets your soul on fire, even though it's a water sign. It doesn't have to be a water sign, but this is somebody who's charismatic, so attractive to you. Could be a soulmate. Now, it's not limited to love, guys. For those of you partnered, this can be a beautiful friendship that can go the distance, a business partner, creative collaboration, that kind of thing. But it shows somebody that's really coming in to connect with you on an emotional level. Yeah, and it can be that partner that you've always longed for, but it comes after you've released. This is, that sun on the horizon is this Knight of Cups. So yeah, it could be a water sign person, a fellow Pisces, Scorpio, or I'm having a moment, Cancer. But it doesn't have to be. If not, it's somebody who's really deeply connected with their higher self, with their emotions, and you're really going to be able to open your heart space with this person. Someone who's quite electrifying, and there's a lot of chemistry there, be it personal or professional. So that's really exciting to look forward to, Pisces. Pisces, I'm going to leave it there for you. I do wish you all the best with what could be quite a big week. Do keep in mind it's a general reading, so it won't be for every one of you guys. And feel free to leave me a comment, because I always love to know how things are playing out in your daily life and if this resonates. And I'll see you back here next week for another reading.